Okay, students, so let's go ahead and take a look at the circles project together. Okay, so on my desktop, you can see that I have two things open, and I just open them up side by side so I don't have to switch between screens. Um, so on the right side, I have the GeoGebra. So where did this come from? If you just click here, when you click here, it actually opens up this tab. And this is a software program called GeoGebra, and this is an activity, an investigation activity that's on GeoGebra. So GeoGebra is the software we're going to use, but I also have this open, the instruction sheet, because this is where I'm going to copy all my answers. Okay, so just follow the instructions. So first it says, number one right here says drag point B vertically to change the radius to 2, 3, 6, and 10. So we're going to do this one at a time. So with this, okay, right now my radius is, you can see my radius is 5. So it gives me the equation of the circle, tells me where the center is and the radius. So the two big things that I want to really look at are the center and the radius. The center is point A, okay? So I'm going to leave point A where it's at, but I'm going to drag point B, which is this AB is the radius. So I'm going to click and drag this until I get to a radius of 2. So when I get to a radius of 2, when I click and drag vertically or horizontally, it'll snap to whatever point I want it to be. So now here's my radius of 2. So now I go over here and I fill in the equation of the circle. Notice the equation of the circle changed. Now it's x squared plus y squared equals 4. So I just go ahead and type in 4 right there. Okay. To change the radius to 3, again, I just pull the radius up to 3. Make sure it says radius 3 here and not like 3.29 or something like that. Okay, and then it'll give you the equation. Same equation, but now it equals 9. Okay, and I think you can see the pattern here. Okay, then you drag it to 6, then you drag it up to 10. All right, number 2, how does changing the radius affect the equation? Well, the equation stayed exactly the same on the left side of the equation, but the right side changed, right? It went from 25, which was the default, then it went down to 4, then it went to 9, and you can see what the pattern is. Okay, drag point A to change the center of the circle to 5, 3. So now my center's at 0, 0. I want to drag it to 5, 3. So I'm going to go 5, 3. And just make sure it says 5, 3, which it does. Make the radius of the circle 3 units. So right now I can see my radius is 5 because it goes from 5 to 0. So I'm going to drag point B down to, what did it say, 3? Yeah, 3. Okay, and again, make sure it says radius 3. Okay, now record the equation of the, now I can just copy and paste this right here. Whoops, sorry, this right here, I can just copy and paste that right onto here. Now I drag point A to negative 5, 3. So right now it's at positive 5, 3. So I'm going to drag it to negative 5, positive 3. Okay, make the radius 3 again. So I'm going to make this radius 3. So there it is. Okay, and then record the equation below. Okay, so record the equation right there. Okay, so you can copy and paste, or it says you can copy and paste this little thing to get an exponent. Okay, that's called a superscripted 2. Okay, so when I want to put in the 2, I just copy and paste that. Now drag point A to change the center to negative 5, 3. Okay, sorry, I did that already. I'm on C. How did making the center's x-coordinate negative change the equation of the circle? So compare the two equations of the circle in A and B and see what the difference is. So now using a radius of 3, drag point A to change the center to 2, 6. So here's my center. I'm going to drag it to 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and now I'm off my screen a little bit, so I gotta go. So yours is going to be easier because you're going to use full screen. So 2, 6. Okay, and a radius of 3. So now for my radius, I'm going to go up here to 6 and then just go like that. So now my radius is 3. Okay, using a radius of 6, drag the center to 2, 6. Okay, then change it and then make note of the equation. Yeah, make note of the equation. I would copy and paste this equation and then move the center to negative 2, 6. So negative 2, 6 is right over here. And then if I make a radius of 3 again, and now look at the equation. You're going to see some patterns here. So basically this activity is you're investigating the equation of a circle, how the equation of a circle is related to the graph of a circle. And you're going to figure out what the equation of a circle is. Okay, so there's a few more steps you have to follow, but I am out of time. So if you have questions, just let me know. Okay.